In today's quick video, I'm going to share 3 ways to get travel opportunities as a doctoral student. Stay tuned. Hey good people, welcome back to my channel. N.HARV here, aka N.HARV. I am a book editor, I am a doctoral student, and I'm also a 10-time published author. But more importantly, I help millennial educators write thought leadership books to expand their influence outside of the classroom while traveling the world. And because I'm a former English teacher, once an educator, always an educator, and because I am a writing consultant, so I help my clients edit their books as well as coach my clients through the book writing process. Because of these things, I am very familiar with writing, right? But I am also a current 3rd year doctoral student at Howard University. So that's why this topic is very special to me. And with me being a full-time student, I thought I was going to have to sacrifice my traveling, and to some degree, I have. In the past year or so, I've figured out how to do that, how to still travel, still lean into my passion for travel, while being a full-time student. I was inspired to record this video from Jonathan Yan's video. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Please forgive me if I did not. I will drop the video link in the description below, but the video title is How to Travel Cheap as a PhD Student. Genius, right? And while I am not a PhD student, I am an EDD student, so more on the practitioner side. I am still a doctoral student, a full-time doctoral student. So I thought that I would share my experience. Tip number 1, pick a conference in a city, state, or country that you've never visited. Make sure that the conference, the theme of the conference is in alignment with your dissertation topic, and submit a call for proposal. That is basically a speaking application, an application to present your research or to speak on said topic. This is a cheat code because 1, of course, you will get the practice of presenting your research. You also will have the benefit of receiving feedback from attendees who may know more about said topic because of the theme of the overall conference. So that feedback is, oh my God, it is so valuable. But you also get to visit a location, a destination that you've never been to before, that you've never visited. So what I like to do is come a day early and sightsee, and then prepare to speak and prepare to present, etc. It really is like a travel cheat code as well as a doc student cheat code. So try it out. A little bit of my story. I turned 40 next year. So my goal this year was my goal before turning 40 is to visit at least 40 US states. And this year alone, I've visited, I want to say 8 different states. Most of those states were because there was a conference that I attended or that I presented my research at. So I used my personal goal of traveling to 40 states as a sort of like a marker to research conferences that were in the states that I've never visited. For example, Oklahoma. There was a conference on literacy in Oklahoma City. My doctoral research focuses on writing literacy for Black high school students. Perfect. And here's the thing, while I was at that conference, the attendees, they told me about a similar conference, which leads me to point number 2. The second tip for traveling as a doctoral student is to ask for similar conferences. When you're at said conference, whatever conference you attend, ask the attendees while you're networking, hey, is there a conference that is similar to this, but it talks more about XYZ? Or, oh my gosh, so what other conferences have you attended? That's one of my favorite questions to ask. And that's when I learn about other conferences that have similar themes, and I start to apply. I start to complete my call for proposals, or is it calls for proposal? Either way, I start to, applying to speak. Now, I do want to say this. You don't always have to speak, fully present, and have the PowerPoint slides, etc. You can present your paper. You can also be a peer reviewer. There are other ways to participate at a conference than just speaking or presenting your research. But the goal is to participate at the conference that aligns with your research, because this is going to lead to tip number 3. When you have proof that you are participating at a conference, be it speaking or presenting your research, reviewing, etc., your school just might pay for you. So tip number 3, ask your school. your institution, if they have travel scholarships or if they pay for travel for students who are presenting their research at a conference. In a few vlogs back when I was in Connecticut and I presented at the N.HARV, the Northeastern Research, let me look it up. The Northeastern Educational Research Association, N.HARV. When I presented my research there, Howard actually paid for my lodging. They paid for the hotel stay. So talk to your advisor or a professor that you trust and ask them if your university offers travel scholarships or if they reimburse students for presenting their research. And they may be able to help you. They will be able to help you, or at least they'll be able to point you in the right direction. So yes, some schools pay for everything. They pay for the cost of the actual conference, the travel, as well as the lodging, like the hotel. Some schools pay for just one. I don't know, but if you ask your university, your institution, then you may find out that a lot of your costs will be covered. You just have to be accepted. Like your work has to be accepted. And you know what helps get your work accepted? Actually submitting. So don't be afraid to submit these calls for proposal or call for proposals. You won't know until you try, you know? So that's it for me. I told you this video was going to be quick. I just wanted to hop in and hop out because I am actually going to hop on a plane tomorrow to what? Travel. And I didn't want to be selfish or stingy with this information. And I also wanted to respond to Jonathan's video and just let you guys know that there are ways to still incorporate a little bit of personal desires with regards to like traveling and enjoying life while you are a full-time doctoral student. This is a season in your life, but it is not your entire life. Being a doc student is hard. And if you are in some type of educational leadership program like I am, more than likely you're an educator, be it in K-12 or higher ed. So I understand the concern. You may feel like you don't have the time. You may feel like you don't have the know-how, but hopefully this video will help you lean into your resources, right? It's all resources. And let's face it, travel really does make the greatest stories. There is something about traveling that always leads to some type of experience that we normally wouldn't experience in our day-to-day lives. And that's the magic that writers are made of. Writing, traveling, educating. To me, it all goes hand in hand. Travel gives you the experience strengthens your expertise. The expertise is what you will now teach by way of a book when it comes to your thought leadership book. You see how it all like works together? But seriously, experience does strengthen expertise, and different types of experience does make you more of a well-rounded, not only educator, but writer. And speaking of writing, I cannot end the video without inviting my educators to finally write your book. I'm going to simply ask you if you're ready to organize your expertise into a thought leadership book. So all of your experience inside and outside of the classroom, that can all go into your work, into your product, into your book. And if you're ready to organize your expertise into a thought leadership book, then check out my book, Bookfluence. Bookfluence, how to write a book to position yourself as a leader in your industry. It is a workbook, a digital workbook. So you can start to flesh out your ideas. You can start to write out your expertise by way of a framework and develop your very own nonfiction thought leadership book. I'm thinking of you. I made it a workbook. I made it something that you can type in. I made it simple, not easy, but simple. Therefore, you can work at your own leisure because I understand that you're busy. So let's get started writing. That way you can be in motion before the new year comes. You can already start the process of writing your book. Go ahead and grab it at my website. It's available right now at nharv.com/bookfluence. That's NHARV as in Victor.com/bookfluence. BOOKFLUENCE. I'll have it on the screen as well as in the description below. Educators, doc students, I see you. I am you. So let's continue to integrate our lives by incorporating travel, but we're doing it the smart way. And lastly, if you liked this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel, because there will be more videos like this about my life as a millennial educator navigating these doctoral student waters, as well as traveling and writing. Until the next video, happy traveling and happy holidays.